Hello, everybody. This is Master BC.
This is Eric from Team Stardust.
Blue Shark 20.
Jeremy the Dragon Duelist.
Red Rose.
Nick Rock.
And we are
Let's Talk Franchise!
For today's video, we have a special guest, Blue Shark 20.
That would be me.
Also a very good friend of mine from middle school.
Yeah.
We will be talking about Bleach. He's even got Ichigo's holification mask and Ichigo's Sanpakuto.
Sangetsu.
In Shikai release.
Well, technically, it's always in Shikai release.
Yeah. See the sword? All over the place.
And it's real. Very
It is
much real.
It is a real sword. It can't do the powers, which would have been cool if it could.
It would be.
So try not to laugh yourself to death if you can. Alright?
We're gonna have puns galore in this.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna call him the pun master today.
Alright, we have
actually
Seven.
7 questions today.
one is special from our guest to this day.
For the first question, what is your favorite sword/blade? I would have to go with Zangetsu, Ichigo's blade. It is a very, very heavy blade, but its power can actually match that of a god, basically. This sword is very sharp, and using it would probably cut you in half.
Quite literally.
My would be also Sangetsu, due to the fact it's one when Ichigo first got the blade, it was bigger than most of the other blades. It actually shows that how much power Ichigo has, how much he has is the amount of how big his blade pretty much is.
I don't know if she knows much about Bleach, but you want to try?
I don't know about Bleach, sadly.
She's not very much of an anime person.
Figures. It just figures.
Yeah. What's yours?
Mine is Kisuke's Cane Blade, because they could have done a lot more with it if the show was able to continue, but they couldn't literally continue it on the manga or on television since of Boruto.
Or the actual live action movie, which I've done my research too.
But
So,
Well, for me, though, I have to go with Ichigo's first blade because it is bigger than some knives.
yeah.
Yeah, imagine imagine trying to cook with this big blade.
Yeah, that would be nearly impossible.
Okay, we did some research before this video, and the people who we were watching a death battle, which was very bad.
Well, I wouldn't actually say bad.
It was epic in its way.
Yeah, it did have some truths. It just didn't have the full truth on the Ichigo side.
Now, the funny thing we
they forgot
heard
a
is
full brain.
they called Ichigo's blade a giant kitchen knife.
And they also make fun of Boruto by calling him Burrito and Enchilada.
No, what's your favorite blade?
Let's see. Honestly, we've been going with Ichigo's blade too often, so I guess one of my other favorite blades would definitely be the Byakuya blade.
Simbon Sakura.
All right. The next question is favorite hollow, which we're gonna go for you first because of the hollow mask.
Well, one person would say that one of the Espadas, but I think everyone would agree with me that Ichigo's full power hollow, his true Zangetsu power, no spoilers, would be his full Bastolorde power. Bastolorde, if people did their hollow research, they would know that Bastolorde is the most highest level a hollow can reach to evolution. And if that was used, that means that was one of Ichigo's true powers, the one he displayed against Okiura.
Yours?
Well, I would have to say because I just recently got more knowledge of Bleach because I never really watched it, but I would possibly have to go with Blue Shard's choice because, well, It seems cool, and again,
It destroyed.
And it's powerful.
very much powerful.
I'd have to go the same. For here's a fun fact: if you actually watch the series, Ichigo's full holification form, actually destroys hell.
It's a
Yeah.
movie.
It destroys hell like a fucking fist.
It's a movie.
Sorry for the F word, but
Yeah.
We're trying to keep this as less cussing as we go.
Yeah.
yes, but I only say the word hell because
It's a
It's a
place.
place.
Or the underworld if we want child terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be called Underworld. What's yours?
Mine would be besides Ichigo, because we've been all talking about like too much. He's also one of my favorite holification states. But mine would be
Ukiura.
Ukiura, because he has a great blast that can destroy pretty much all of
Contact.
of a continent. That blast would wipe the U.S. out.
Well, one of the states.
One of the states,
You can
Main
blow an
states.
entire city out.
main states like L.A. All right.
Mine
Also, there's
would
one-
be Hollow White, which is still Ichigo, but in his own self. Because Hollow White is able to use Ichigo's Bankai when you see him fight. Well, Shikai when you see him fight himself, because he's about to die to Kenpachi in the episode. So Zangetsu trains him by making him fight Hollow White.
Now, I'm gonna throw this out as a fun fact for you all. Ichigo wasn't the first character that Kabu created. It was Rukia. Kabu felt like drawing a Shinigami wearing a kimono. Thus, Rukia was created. Which is actually a fun fact. None of us actually knew that.
Nope, that was actually a fun fact.
Yeah.
I
Also, you got to think. Ichigo's hollow form has a major weakness. You cut off one of his horns, he reverts back to normal.
Yeah.
That's only when he's caught off guard and all on.
Which is pretty much when
And-
he's distracted trying to kill someone else.
if y'all know that voice, that is Daniel, our last guest.
Our
He didn't
guest
wanna
from
be in
the
this
first video
Very
of Dragon Ball Z.
We might hear him later in this clip, just to give everyone a heads up.
You'll hear him a bunch because he is a fan of Bleach as well. We didn't have the
Anime in
room.
general.
Yeah, he loves anime.
Death Note, a lot of stuff about that.
That
One
agent-
Piece.
The one that has
Well,
the agent,
Huh?
the kid that got shrunk by some magic.
Oh, you're talking about Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Detective Conan
the-
Edogawa.
perverted stuff Simba.
Okay.
Okay, here's one that we'll all have a very hard time at thinking about. Who's your favorite character besides Ichigo? I would have to say Rukia. Rukia is a character who actually gives Ichigo his powers to make him become a Soul Reaper.
Technically, she just gave him a kickstart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kicks him in the leg and say, "Hey, wake up."
because Ichigo's
Kills
father,
him.
I'm going to give you a heads up. Ichigo's
Spoiler.
father is a Soul Reaper,
A Captain Soul Reaper.
which makes it very interesting to know. Who is yours?
Mine would be Rukia's brother,
Byaku
Yakushi.
Yakuya.
Because he was the actual, second test besides Kenpachi Sarachi for Ichigo, and the very first person that he had one of the most epic battles besides the future ones and his one with Kenpachi Sarachi.
I'll have to go with Rukia. So, because not only does she teach him how to become a Soul Reaper, but she's actually one of his very many faithful companions that has helped him out so much throughout the series.
If you want to go with one of my favorite characters, I'd say Kisuke Urahara is also one of my favorites. Not only has he got himself a laid-back character, but you hardly see him angry or any other time because all he has is tricks, and every time you think he doesn't got a plan, he's always got a backup plan. It's like he's always ahead, no matter what situation he's in. It's very unique, and he's also a very funny guy with what he does with his fan. Is like, hello everybody, I'm here. He just comes out of nowhere.
Mine's Yodoichi because the first time she turns from a cat into a human, it's just hilarious. Like, seriously, you
Plus-
see
And
Ichigo
without,
like, put some clothes!
but plus without her, Ichigo might have never
Reach Bankai.
reached Bankai.
Everyone knows that Yoruichi's the fastest one in the whole Soul Society, so having a speedy trainer can really speed things up, especially with a 3-day training he had.
That was developed by Kisuke Urahara.
It took a lot more strain than one would actually think.
Okay, here's question number 4. Do you think Bleach should come back on TV with a new season? With new
Yes.
seasons?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
It would actually be kind of cool to see Ichigo battling with full power against more foes.
More powerful, stronger.
Yeah, and then we learned how to say the main bad guy's name.
The Steroiders, the Elite Quincy's, for spoilers. And they also got to fight against the main villain who can obviously see and change the future, which is basically unique.
Okay, question 5 is, what is your favorite fight scene?
Ooh.
Mine would
That one-
have to be when Ichigo fights White, because when he fights White, he has to gain Zangetsu back, which makes it tough for him because he's just fighting with a basic katana, and he has to actually plead for his right to use him again, which makes it a very interesting battle.
For me, I would have to honestly say one of the battles that I can think of is when Ichigo is protecting that blonde girl. I can't think of her name. What's her name again?
Or Hime.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there and she's complaining and everything else. And,
Wait, complaint.
well, not complaining, but she has a shield and she's.
The fight where Ichigo
yeah.
and Green Joe.
Yeah, I think so. And Ichigo whoops him to many pieces.
Only because he thought he was just protecting her because he didn't want Orihime to see his scary side when it comes to him in an ultimate fight.
Yeah.
But when Orihime says that he's okay to do that now, he just literally just grabs Rinjo's high-speed hand and just slices him. But yeah, the fight still continued, but that was pretty big.
That was an awesome fight.
I would say my favorite fight would be, actually I got 2 favorite fights. The one with Ichigo versus Byakuya on Yoku Hill, and I think the biggest one would definitely be Ichigo versus Ulquiorra on top of the whole Hollow World.
Yeah. Mine would be, I have 3 favorites. The ones that he mentioned, and the one where, I gotta think real quick. The one in the movie Hellverse, which was a great fight leading up to that whole big fight. Have to bring back the Basta Lorde Hollow occasion Ichigo back into and putting it into a movie which had great graphics and great battling.
Makes you wish we had more of that in the later series, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, mine would be Ichigo versus Aizen.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
big fight.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can even call it a fight.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
just picks him up like this and
now this one's actually going to make you all think. What is your least favorite fight scene?
Let's see. The least favorite fight. That is a tough one.
Yeah.
I would have to say the one with Izuru versus Momo after Momo freaked out how her captain died mysteriously, and she took out her frustration out on Gini Chimaru. However, that was blocked with Izuru, and they had themselves a little brawl. but that quickly got ended after it was against Lieutenant duty.
Now, I personally haven't watched the series in forever, so I really don't have a least favorite at the moment. So,
For me, the recent fights that I've seen would have to be where the I can't think of her name, but she gets her arm cut off and her because she ordered her student to do it.
Wait, what?
What?
What are you talking about?
Okay,
More details.
More details, please.
I'm talking about to go up against that villain. He can't be touched. He's a skeleton. He can't be touched by anything. It just fades away.
Oh, you mean Baragon?
Yes.
The Spada guy.
Yeah. And that fight, I mean, you can't really touch him. So what's the point in even fighting him if you can't get near him without getting disintegrated?
As in the series show, the only way to beat him is to blow him up, or to try and beat him with his own power. That's a really unique way how to get around somebody who can't be touched.
Okay. My least favorite fight scene. It's a tough one.
we're hoping you're enjoying this so far.
Yeah.
Yes, because we have
Just
done
go on to some puns while I'm thinking.
Oh, he wants a punch? How about a punch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is.
he wanted puns, so I just gave him a punchline.
That's what too punny over there, sir. Too punny.
Why, thank you. Thank you very much.
But also, if you guys want to see and check out the new YouTube channel that me and Master BC and Red Rose, and then whoever wants to join in, is a Pokemon channel called Insidium Z that we're working on for tonight and be doing a video on what it's going to be about.
Alright.
Can you think of one yet?
It was
How about
Very-
How about that one fight when Ichigo went up against a serial killer hollow, the one where he put that kid's soul into a bird and went up against?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know the fight. It's like, I think it's only in the manga, but where Kenpachi kills his Zanpakuto, aka his lieutenant.
What?
Where
Huh?
his lieutenant dies,
His lieutenant didn't die.
well, his Zanpakuto, so he could release his Bankai.
I think you're talking about the one versus Gerald. I guess the holy
Yeah.
shield guy. I guess.
But the one where he couldn't release his Bankai, so he had to end the life of that one person to do it. Which
So-
was actually
Pardon
sad.
this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm
he
kind
doesn't know anything really.
Yes, I do.
All of us, really, except for
Do your
Blue Star.
research, buddy. Just do more research.
Yes.
I just know that he couldn't reach his Bankai without killing someone.
I just know what I know.
I know what I know, and now for his least fight.
Mine's a fight that never actually really started. It was leading up to like a great, would have been a great fight, but it was like head captain
Yamamoto.
and his two favorite captains. I can't remember the one.
Shunsui and Yukitake.
Yeah, that fight. That was going to be a great fight in my eyes. It was going to be a great fight, but it never really started.
Yeah, because it was back when they were trying to rescue Rukia and head
Yeah.
captain fought outrageous.
Yeah, that fire that was going around and those two with two blades.
Yeah, but then he got called off after
Yeah.
they declared that Aizen was a traitor.
Yeah. Which they should have pushed out a little bit more of a fight to make it more involving, in my eyes.
Okay, for this final question, which the guest will have to read because I can't read it.
This one's going to be talking about Ichigo's power levels along with his full potential, his true potential. As we have seen from some of the clips from Screw Attack, I'll admit though, lots of those were true. But however, Ichigo's powers was kind of stripped, especially talk about speed. Like as we have seen from the Death Battle clip, we saw how Ichigo was trying to move away when Naruto, when Kurama and tried to slaughter him on the floors. However, Ichigo should have moved far faster because Well, of course, Screw Attack got the research right about how Ichigo's speed and power got drastically increased.
Yeah.
However, what they failed to mention is that they did not overestimate Ichigo. They more like underestimated him because of his powers. Because as we all seen from the earlier Bleach movie of Hellverse, from what he said, Ichigo was only using a fraction of his power. However, Ichigo had access to his full hollow power at the time.
Yeah.
So, in counting, as Ichigo actually went full Vasta Lorde, along with his full Quincy side, which had Blood Veni, which was like a pattern that shows on one's skin, makes it very hard. Imagine if Hierro combined with Blood Veni, it would be extremely hard skin, which would have made it far harder for anybody like a giant fist to actually crush him.
Yeah.
Like some people call that fight against him versus Yami back when he was that old big green caterpillar. Well, I wouldn't say green, I would say mean. So, yes, Ichigo's power and speed and his endurance was greatly reduced. The fight was epic, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that Ichigo didn't have to use the final Getsuga Tensho. But even if he did use the final Getsuga Tensho, as we've seen, it split through several mountains.
Yeah.
A clean, focused pointer that should have sliced through anything that was in his path, including the ultimate chakra mode of what Naruto was.
Yeah, I see. That is actually a very good way to end off here.
Very good.
Well,
I have to admit.
we
Sorry
would.
for all the blabbing of that Screw Attack. I'm not just a Bleach guy. I'm just looking at the common sense that I want.
Yeah. Well, thank you greatly for coming on the series.
Yep.
It's actually very good to have a anime fan here. We'll have as many as we can.
A common sense thing.
Yeah. Well, we hope you all have enjoyed. We'd like to actually thank you for coming on the show.
No problem.
And we'd love you in another video in the future.
That sound awkward.
And before we cut off, I am not delirious.
Yeah.
H2O delirious.
But we'd like to thank you for being on our show.
Yeah.
And it was great for share your knowledge with us.
Thank you.
It makes us more of a person to want to more research into it.
It does.
Like, I want to actually finish off with another factor here real quick. And that I looked up.
Yeah, he's going with another fact.
Yeah.
Fact, not fiction.
Initially, the title for Bleach was Snipe, where Rukia was the main character armed with a scythe and the other characters with guns.
Wait, what?
That was actually supposed to be the real Bleach insight.
So we're going with Death Note here, by bullets can't go through Shinigami.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Which, I think that if they would have went with that, it would have been a little bit of a worse series. So they changed it up.
Yeah, they were thinking.
Now, I love that. I love how they made it instead of size and guns, like,
They use skill and power.
yeah. Now, here's something. I love this series called Ruby, where the main character, her name is Ruby, wields a gun scythe.
Honestly, Ruby's animation kind of reminds me of Code Lyoko from the old Cartoon Network days. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, that'll be all for now.
Yeah.
We hope you have happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
And a Happy New Year, I guess.
Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you're doing.
And wish you all the best.
And be safe.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Don't
do
do
drugs.
anything stupid.
And be kind to others, and please help out when you need it.
And please do not play with large kitchen knives. Otherwise, you're really going to cut yourself with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do not die.
Otherwise, I brief you. Just kidding.
Well, we hope you all have enjoyed this episode of Let's
Let's
Talk
Talk
Franchise.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.